And a couple minor injuries, but hopefully guys, everybody be back. So I'm happy with that. I think it all starts with discipline. On the first play defense snap, we jumped off sides. We had a holding call back. That was a touchdown. So we have some details to clean up, but that's what spring football is for. You got to play a lot of guys. A lot of guys played in the 3 live quarters we did. So I was happy with that. We had 4 quarterbacks play in the ones portion. I was able to get 3 in the twos portion. So very happy to get a lot of guys work. A lot of youth that had to get on the field and play spring football, and we got that done. And I think we're doing a good job of them guys being detailed, trying to get coach pick up on one thing when they're on the sideline. So happy with the team. I just want to check a couple injuries, and as long as we're good there, then it was a good spring game.
How do you think Zyron has kind of developed, this spring and lately?
Yeah, Zyron's a special young man. The thing is, he's still a young sophomore. He's a young sophomore. So every single day, his big thing is stay where he's at, bloom where he's planted, keep his feet on the ground. Let's get in the weight room. Let's get the details. Let's keep getting better and better. And that's exactly what he's doing. And I think the more he does that, the more opportunities he's going to have. But what he's becoming is a leader out here. Even when we had the young guys in the game there at the end, he was on the sideline telling guys to get up, kind of helping coach the situation, and that's him growing. And I think as he grows, in a Jesuit way, as he grows, for the greater glory of God, I think you're going to see somebody special here in 2 years come out of Jesuit.
How explosive do you think his game is?
Well, he's one of the fastest on our team. So we blessed to have him. He's fast. And so he's our skill guys. That's the only competition we have. It's like 1 or 2 skill guys that can run with him. But like I said, we're blessed to have him. But he's got to remember where he's at, and he's doing that. And one day at a time, and being the best version of himself. Not only in the weight room, not only in the locker room, in the classroom, community. There's a lot of things that grow for him, and he's working at that. And the sky's the limit for him.
Obviously, he has a ton of eyeballs on him, nationally, recruiting-wise. So many of these massive Power 4 schools interested in him. How would you assess his ability to kind of stay grounded through that and not let that get to him?
I think he has a good surrounding cast. From home, from at school. I think there's so many people at Jesuit that starts with our president, Father Brown, all the way down to our athletic maintenance guy, Mr. Carl. Everybody's an ear for him. Everybody's watching. Everybody's pulling for him to develop. And we all have his back. We're all there for him. And he's got a lot of resources at Jesuit High School. And, he's blessed to be there, and we're blessed to have him.
On Zyron a little bit, his athleticism as he continues to get that much bigger, and the quality that you have up front overall, looks like you can use him in a lot of different ways, chess piece almost on the defensive side, moving him around.
He's fun to have, and we can move him. We played multiple positions at during this spring, and we just got to figure out what's best for our team and where to use him that fits him and our team with our team first. And he's like I keep saying, he's going to be a very good one, and he has a lot of attention at a young age. So it's very important for him to just keep his feet where he's at and keep showing up and keep working day in, day out.
How do you think his quickness off the line of scrimmage kind of compares to any guys that you've had in the past? Do you think he's one of the fastest you've had?
He is. We've had some good guys. I'm dating back to De La Salle time. We've had some excellent guys go play ball. But his get off is about as good as anybody we've had. And, if he keeps developing and doing the right things, which he is, he's going to be one of the best that we've coached.
And you mentioned using a few different quarterbacks. It seems like for a couple of them, they were able to put the ball downfield pretty nicely and spreading it out to a bunch of different receivers. How did you feel about just some of those connections still made?
It starts up front, and I thought we did a decent job protecting our quarterbacks to get them throwing the ball. Our receivers went up and got some balls. I thought we looked good at times for having 8 full padded practices in a spring game. So very pleased with the way we started on offense in that first quarter.
And speaking of the offense, Roman just was all over the place. Just found ways to get open. Let's just talk about how he's grown over the course of his time at Jesuit, and also his capabilities for the season.
Yeah, Roman is a guy, it's so tough at Jesuit. We have so many multi-sport athletes. And Jesuit's such a demanding academic rigor, which is great. It's hard. and I love it because Jesuit's hard. And what happens is it makes it easy when they leave Jesuit. But Roman, he just came back from baseball. So, we lost him deep in the playoffs. So we had him, and they had the opportunity to sit out, and he wanted to play. And, I was able to get him some balls and do some things. And I'm glad because he has next-level potential, especially when he starts focusing on one, which at Jesuit we're happy to share our athletes.
I know a lot of people like to focus on Zyron because, Zyron's a great player, but on the opposite side of the field, Will Berry's not a bad defense as well.
No, on the defensive side, we have a lot of pieces. Will Berry's a lot of Ivy League offers, but he's such a great kid, such a great leader in the locker room. We blessed that Jair Burks has an incredible speed that we have. He went and made some plays today. I think you can go around a lot of units, and every unit, I thought they made plays for a spring game that gives us some optimism on, getting back in the lab and getting better. First we got to focus on exams next week and win that. And then we get a little break. I give them a little time off till we get to June, and then it's back to work.